What's holding you back from reaching your full potential? Lack of skill or lack of self-control? Your dreams don't fail because you lack talent or opportunities. They fail because excuses take their place. Self-discipline is the force that silences those excuses and turns potential into power. In this audiobook, you'll learn how self-discipline isn't about sacrifice. It's about choosing what truly matters and staying the course when distractions arise. When you master it, nothing, not procrastination, not fear, not doubt, can stand in your way. Self-discipline is the master key to unlocking your full potential. Ready to take charge of your life? Let's get started. Chapter 1. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is the ability to stay focused on your goals and make choices that align with your long-term vision, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. It's the driving force behind success, helping you do what needs to be done, rather than what's easy or tempting in the moment. Self-discipline is not something you're born with. It's a skill you build over time through consistent effort. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, resisting distractions, or completing a challenging task, self-discipline is what turns intentions into results. Many people see self-discipline as restrictive, but it's actually liberating. It gives you control over your actions and decisions, allowing you to live intentionally rather than reactively. Instead of being ruled by fleeting emotions or external pressures, you take charge of your life. This sense of control creates freedom, the freedom to pursue meaningful goals, break bad habits, and design the future you want. It's not about being harsh on yourself. It's about finding balance and staying committed to what truly matters. Self-discipline also builds confidence. Every time you follow through on a promise to yourself, you prove to yourself that you're capable. These small wins, choosing to stay consistent with a habit or overcoming a moment of laziness, boost your self-esteem and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Over time, self-discipline becomes a tool that empowers you to achieve your full potential. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, one decision at a time. Chapter 2. Breaking the cycle of procrastination. Procrastination is one of the biggest barriers to self-discipline and success. It's the habit of delaying important tasks, often in favor of easier, more enjoyable activities. Breaking this cycle starts with understanding why it happens. Procrastination isn't just about laziness. It's often tied to fear, self-doubt, or feeling overwhelmed. We might put things off because we're afraid of failing, unsure of where to start, or simply seeking the comfort of distraction. To break free, you need to identify the root cause of your procrastination and face it head-on. One powerful way to combat procrastination is by taking small, manageable steps. When a task feels overwhelming, break it down into smaller actions. For instance, instead of saying, "I need to write a report," start with, "I'll outline the main points." Once you start, momentum builds, and the task becomes less intimidating. Another effective strategy is to set specific deadlines. Giving yourself a clear time frame creates urgency and helps you stay focused. Even self-imposed deadlines can create the structure needed to keep you moving forward. Eliminating distractions and creating a productive environment are also key. Procrastination often thrives when we're surrounded by things that pull our attention away: social media, notifications, or even a cluttered workspace. By removing these distractions, you make it easier to focus. Additionally, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you slip up and procrastinate. Acknowledge the setback, but don't dwell on it. Instead, refocus and take the next small step. Breaking the cycle of procrastination is a gradual process, but with consistent effort, it's a habit you can replace with action and progress. Chapter 3. Building habits that stick. Habits are the foundation of self-discipline. They are the small, repeated actions that shape our daily lives and determine long-term success. Building habits that stick begins with clarity. You need to know exactly what habit you want to develop and why it matters. A vague goal like "get healthier" isn't enough. Instead, specify what you'll do. I'll exercise for 30 minutes every morning. The more precise you are, the easier it is to stay consistent and measure your progress. Starting small is key to habit formation. Many people fail to stick with new habits because they try to change too much, too fast. If your goal is to read more, begin with just 5 minutes a day. Once that becomes routine, you can gradually increase the time. This approach, often called the 2-minute rule, helps you overcome the initial resistance and build momentum. Small actions, repeated consistently, create a strong foundation for long-lasting habits. Another effective strategy is to tie your new habit to an existing routine, a technique known as habit stacking. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, add your new habit right afterward. This connection to something familiar helps you remember to do it and makes the habit feel like a natural part of your day. Over time, this small pairing becomes automatic, and your new habit becomes as ingrained as your existing routine. Consistency is more important than perfection. It's natural to have days when you slip up, but the key is not letting those slips derail your progress. If you miss a day, don't miss two. Jump back in as soon as possible and remind yourself that every small effort counts. Tracking your habits, whether in a journal, app, or calendar, can also keep you accountable and help you visualize your consistency, which reinforces your motivation. Creating rewards for sticking with your habits can make the process more enjoyable. These rewards don't have to be extravagant, they just need to give you something to look forward to. For example, after completing a week of consistent workouts, treat yourself to a favorite activity or indulgence. Over time, the habit itself will become its own reward as you begin to see and feel the benefits of your efforts. Finally, focus on your identity rather than just the habit itself. Instead of saying, "I want to run every day," tell yourself, "I am a runner." Shifting your mindset to align with the person you want to become reinforces your commitment to the habit. When your actions align with your identity, sticking to your habits feels natural and effortless. Building habits that stick isn't about drastic changes overnight. It's about small, intentional actions that lead to lasting transformation. Chapter 4. Overcoming emotional barriers. Emotional barriers are some of the most challenging obstacles to self-discipline. They often stem from fear, doubt, and past experiences that leave us hesitant to act. To overcome these barriers, we must first acknowledge their existence. Denying or suppressing your emotions doesn't eliminate them. It only amplifies their control over your actions. The first step to overcoming emotional barriers is to face them with honesty and curiosity. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why does this emotion hold me back? Understanding your emotions is the foundation of breaking free from their grip. Fear is one of the most common emotional barriers, often manifesting as fear of failure or fear of judgment. These fears can paralyze you, stopping you from taking risks or stepping outside your comfort zone. The key to overcoming fear is to reframe it as an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, view it as a stepping stone toward improvement. Embrace the idea that every attempt, successful or not, teaches you something valuable. When fear becomes a motivator rather than a limiter, your self-discipline strengthens. Another emotional barrier is self-doubt, the inner voice that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You can't do this." Self-doubt often arises from comparison, past failures, or unrealistic expectations. To combat it, focus on your progress and celebrate small wins. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations that remind you of your capabilities. For example, instead of saying, "I'll never get this right," say, "I'm learning and improving every day." Consistently challenging self-doubt with positive reinforcement builds confidence and helps you stay disciplined. Procrastination is often rooted in emotional discomfort. You may delay tasks because they feel overwhelming or because you fear the outcome. Overcoming this barrier requires breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps. When the workload feels achievable, it's easier to take the first step. Additionally, practice mindfulness to address the emotional resistance behind procrastination. Ask yourself, why am I avoiding this? What emotion am I trying to escape? By confronting the root cause, you can tackle procrastination more effectively. Guilt and shame can also act as significant emotional barriers. Past mistakes or perceived failures often linger, making you feel undeserving of success or progress. To overcome these feelings, practice self-forgiveness. Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that your past does not define your future. Learn from what went wrong, but don't let it dictate your present. Self-forgiveness frees you from the weight of guilt, allowing you to move forward with a clear and focused mind. Perfectionism is another emotional barrier that hinders self-discipline. The desire to do everything flawlessly can lead to paralysis, where you avoid tasks altogether for fear of falling short. Overcoming perfectionism involves embracing imperfection as a natural part of the process. Allow yourself to take imperfect actions, knowing that progress matters more than perfection. Celebrate the effort you put in, even if the outcome isn't flawless. When you let go of perfectionism, you create space for consistent effort and growth. Emotional exhaustion and burnout can also sabotage self-discipline. When you're emotionally drained, it's difficult to stay motivated or focused. To address this barrier, prioritize self-care and emotional well-being. Incorporate activities that recharge you, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. Building self-discipline doesn't mean pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. It means creating a sustainable balance that supports long-term success. External influences can contribute to emotional barriers as well. Negative environments or relationships may plant seeds of doubt or discouragement. Overcoming these barriers requires setting boundaries and surrounding yourself with positivity. Seek out individuals who uplift and inspire you, and limit exposure to those who drain your energy. Your emotional environment plays a significant role in your ability to stay disciplined, so curate it with care. Fear of success is a less obvious but equally powerful emotional barrier. The idea of achieving your goals may come with concerns about increased responsibility, higher expectations, or change. To overcome this fear, focus on the benefits of success and remind yourself why you started. Visualize the positive impact of your achievements and how they align with your values. By focusing on the rewards rather than the fears, you can move forward with confidence. Building emotional resilience is essential for overcoming barriers. Life will inevitably present challenges that test your self-discipline, but resilience allows you to bounce back stronger. Develop strategies to cope with setbacks such as journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing mindfulness. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding difficulties. It means learning to navigate them with strength and adaptability. Developing emotional awareness is a skill that grows with practice. Pay attention to your triggers and patterns and learn to manage your emotions in real time. When you feel overwhelmed or discouraged, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what am I feeling and how can I respond in a way that supports my goals? This awareness helps you act intentionally rather than reactively, keeping you aligned with your discipline. Lastly, remember that overcoming emotional barriers is a journey, not a destination. Progress may be slow at times, and that's okay. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small, and be patient with yourself as you navigate your emotions. Self-discipline isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about learning to work with them in a way that supports your growth. With time and practice, you'll develop the emotional strength to overcome any barrier and stay committed to your goals. Chapter 5. The Power of Saying No. The word no is one of the most powerful tools you have for protecting your time, energy, and focus. Yet, many people struggle with saying it. Whether it's due to fear of disappointing others, a desire to avoid conflict, or a sense of obligation, saying yes too often can drain your resources and derail your progress. Mastering the art of saying no is not just about turning down requests. It's about reclaiming control over your life and prioritizing what truly matters. Saying no allows you to set boundaries. Without clear boundaries, you risk overcommitting and spreading yourself too thin. When you take on too much, your energy is depleted and your ability to perform at your best diminishes. Boundaries are essential for maintaining balance and ensuring that your time is spent on activities that align with your goals and values. Saying no is a way of protecting those boundaries. Many people associate saying no with selfishness, but the opposite is often true. By saying no to things that don't serve you, you're actually creating space to give your best to the commitments that matter most. For example, turning down an unnecessary meeting might free up time to work on a project that makes a significant impact. Saying no strategically allows you to focus your efforts where they count. Saying no is also an act of self-respect. It shows that you value your time and energy enough to protect them from unnecessary demands. When you constantly say yes to everyone else's priorities, you risk neglecting your own. Self-respect involves recognizing your own needs and not feeling guilty about prioritizing them. Every time you say no to something unimportant, you're saying yes to yourself. One of the biggest challenges in saying no is overcoming the fear of rejection or conflict. Many people worry that turning someone down will damage relationships or make them appear unkind. However, a respectful and honest no often earns more respect than an insincere yes. People appreciate authenticity, and saying no with kindness and clarity can strengthen your relationships by establishing clear communication and mutual understanding. Learning to say no also requires recognizing your own limitations. You can't do everything, and that's okay. Acknowledging your limits doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. By saying no when your plate is full, you protect yourself from burnout and ensure that the commitments you do take on receive your full attention. Remember, quality is often more important than quantity. Saying no doesn't mean you have to be harsh or abrupt. There are many ways to decline a request politely while maintaining your relationships. For example, you can say, "I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm unable to commit to that right now." Another approach is to offer an alternative, such as, "I can't help with that, but perhaps someone else might be able to assist." These responses show consideration while still honoring your boundaries. The ability to say no is closely tied to self-discipline. It requires the discipline to resist immediate gratification or the urge to please others in favor of your long-term goals. Every time you say no to a distraction, you're reinforcing your commitment to what truly matters. Over time, this discipline becomes a habit that strengthens your focus and productivity. Saying no is especially important in the context of time management. Time is a finite resource, and how you spend it determines the quality of your life. When you say yes to one thing, you're inherently saying no to something else. Being intentional about your yes and no decisions ensures that your time is invested in activities that align with your priorities. Embracing the power of no also helps reduce stress. Overcommitting often leads to a constant state of overwhelm, where you're juggling too many responsibilities and struggling to keep up. Saying no creates breathing room, allowing you to focus on a manageable number of tasks. This not only improves your performance, but also enhances your overall well-being. It's important to recognize that saying no is not a one-time decision, but an ongoing practice. As new opportunities, requests and challenges arise, you'll need to continually evaluate whether they align with your goals and values. This requires self-awareness and the ability to pause and reflect before responding. Saying no thoughtfully ensures that your decisions are deliberate rather than reactive. Saying no can also serve as a form of empowerment. It reminds you that you are in control of your choices and that you have the right to shape your own life. When you say no to things that don't align with your purpose, you're affirming your commitment to your own vision. This sense of empowerment strengthens your confidence and clarity, making it easier to stay true to your goals. Practicing the power of no often involves unlearning societal conditioning. Many cultures encourage people, especially women, to prioritize others' needs over their own. This can lead to guilt or discomfort when saying no. Overcoming this conditioning requires reframing no as an act of strength and self-care. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself enables you to better support others. The ability to say no also enhances your decision-making skills. Each time you evaluate a request, you're honing your ability to discern what truly matters. This clarity makes it easier to navigate complex choices and stay aligned with your priorities. Over time, the practice of saying no becomes second nature, allowing you to approach life with greater focus and intentionality. Ultimately, saying no is about creating a life that reflects your values and aspirations. It's a declaration that you're not willing to settle for distractions or mediocrity. By mastering the art of saying no, you free yourself to say yes to the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that truly matter. In this way, no becomes not just a rejection, but a powerful affirmation of your commitment to living a purposeful and fulfilling life. Chapter 6. Resilience through discipline. Resilience and discipline are two sides of the same coin, working hand in hand to empower you to face challenges and pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Resilience is your ability to recover from setbacks, while discipline is the consistent commitment to your principles and goals. Together, they create a foundation for long-term success and inner strength. In this chapter, we explore how discipline can build resilience and help you thrive in the face of adversity. Discipline begins with making deliberate choices. It's the decision to stick to your plan, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you're strengthening your self-control and reinforcing your ability to stay the course. This habit of discipline prepares you for moments of challenge, as it builds the mental toughness needed to weather life's storms. Resilience, on the other hand, is about bouncing back. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable. Resilience gives you the power to stand back up after being knocked down. When paired with discipline, resilience becomes proactive rather than reactive. You're not just surviving challenges, but learning from them and growing stronger. Discipline provides the structure needed to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. One of the key ways discipline fosters resilience is through consistency. When you consistently show up for your goals, you build a sense of trust in yourself. This self-trust becomes a reservoir of strength that you can draw on during difficult times. Knowing that you have a track record of following through on your commitments boosts your confidence and gives you the assurance that you can handle whatever comes your way. Discipline also helps you create habits that support resilience. Habits like regular exercise, healthy eating, and mindfulness practice may seem small, but they build a strong foundation for physical and emotional well-being. These habits create a sense of stability and routine, which can be especially comforting during periods of uncertainty. When life feels chaotic, your disciplined habits anchor you, providing a sense of control and normalcy. Resilience through discipline is also about embracing discomfort. Challenges and setbacks often push us out of our comfort zones, but discipline teaches us to face discomfort head-on. When you commit to disciplined practices, such as waking up early to exercise or focusing on a tough task at work, you're training yourself to tolerate discomfort in pursuit of a greater goal. This ability to endure discomfort builds resilience, making you better equipped to handle adversity. Another way discipline builds resilience is by fostering adaptability. Discipline doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan no matter what. It means being committed to your goals while remaining flexible in your approach. When circumstances change, disciplined individuals can adapt without losing sight of their objectives. This adaptability is a hallmark of resilience, allowing you to navigate change with grace and determination. Emotional regulation is another area where discipline and resilience intersect. Disciplined practices like journaling, meditation, or even deep breathing help you manage your emotions effectively. When you're disciplined about taking care of your emotional well-being, you're less likely to be overwhelmed by stress or anxiety. This emotional stability strengthens your resilience, enabling you to stay calm and focused during challenging times. Resilience through discipline also involves maintaining a long-term perspective. Discipline teaches you to delay gratification and focus on the bigger picture. When setbacks occur, it's easy to feel discouraged, but a disciplined mindset reminds you that challenges are temporary and that your long-term goals are worth the effort. This perspective helps you stay motivated and optimistic, even in the face of obstacles. Self-discipline fosters resilience by cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities can be developed through effort and learning. When you're disciplined, you're more likely to view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as insurmountable barriers. This mindset fuels resilience as it encourages you to keep trying, even when progress feels slow. Resilience is also about building relationships that support your journey, and discipline plays a role here as well. It takes discipline to nurture relationships, whether by making time for loved ones, communicating openly, or offering support when needed. Strong relationships provide a safety net during tough times, reinforcing your resilience and reminding you that you're not alone. Discipline helps you set boundaries, which are essential for resilience. When you're disciplined about saying no to distractions or unnecessary commitments, you protect your energy and focus. These boundaries allow you to prioritize what truly matters, reducing stress and preventing burnout. Resilience thrives when you're clear about your limits and dedicated to preserving your well-being. Another way discipline builds resilience is through accountability. Holding yourself accountable for your actions strengthens your sense of responsibility and commitment, whether it's tracking your progress toward a goal or reflecting on areas for improvement. Accountability keeps you honest and focused. This self-awareness enhances your resilience as it helps you learn from setbacks and adjust your approach as needed. Resilience through discipline also involves celebrating small victories. Discipline teaches you to recognize and appreciate incremental progress, even when the end goal feels far away. Celebrating these wins boosts your morale and reminds you of your capabilities. This positive reinforcement builds the confidence and resilience needed to keep pushing forward. Time management is another area where discipline contributes to resilience. By being disciplined about how you allocate your time, you create space for both productivity and rest. Balanced time management prevents overwhelm and ensures that you have the energy to tackle challenges. Resilience is much easier to maintain when you're not constantly running on empty. Discipline also strengthens resilience by helping you stay true to your values. When you're clear about what matters most to you, discipline keeps you aligned with those priorities, even during difficult times. This sense of alignment provides a deep source of motivation and purpose, which are crucial for resilience. Knowing that you're living in accordance with your values gives you the strength to persevere. Resilience is often described as the ability to bend but not break, and discipline reinforces this quality by teaching you to adapt without losing sight of your goals. When life tests you, your disciplined habits and mindset act as a support system, allowing you to navigate challenges with confidence. The combination of resilience and discipline creates a cycle of growth, where each challenge you overcome strengthens your resolve for the next one. Finally, resilience through discipline is about self-belief. Every time you practice discipline, whether by sticking to a routine, overcoming procrastination, or pushing through discomfort, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of achieving your goals. This self-belief becomes a cornerstone of resilience, empowering you to face challenges with courage and determination. In summary, resilience through discipline is a powerful framework for navigating life's challenges and achieving your dreams. By cultivating discipline in your daily life, you build the mental and emotional strength needed to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward. This combination of resilience and discipline ensures that you're not just surviving, but thriving, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Chapter 7. Daily Practices for Strengthening Discipline. Discipline is not an inherent trait. It is cultivated through consistent daily practices. These practices build your mental and emotional muscles, enabling you to stay committed to your goals even when faced with distractions or challenges. In this chapter, we explore 20 daily habits and strategies you can adopt to strengthen your discipline and unlock your full potential. Start your day with intention. Begin each day with a clear plan. Spend a few minutes in the morning identifying your top priorities and setting specific goals for the day. This practice keeps you focused and ensures that your actions align with your long-term objectives. When you start the day with intention, you're less likely to waste time or energy on distractions. Wake up early. Waking up early creates a quiet and focused environment for productivity. The early hours of the day are often free from distractions, allowing you to work on your goals with clarity. This practice sets a disciplined tone for the rest of the day, demonstrating your commitment to making the most of your time. Practice gratitude. Taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you're grateful for cultivates a positive mindset. Gratitude helps you focus on the present and appreciate your progress, which reinforces your motivation to stay disciplined. It shifts your attention away from what you lack and toward what you've achieved. Stick to a morning routine. A structured morning routine creates consistency and stability. Whether it's exercising, journaling, meditating, or planning your day, a routine sets the tone for discipline. Over time, these habits become automatic, reducing decision fatigue and helping you start each day with purpose. Set micro goals. Breaking larger goals into smaller, actionable steps makes them more manageable. Set micro goals for each day and focus on completing them one at a time. These small wins build momentum and reinforce your discipline, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges. Limit distractions. Identify the distractions that most often derail your focus and take steps to minimize them. Whether it's turning off notifications, setting boundaries with others, or creating a clutter-free workspace, reducing distractions helps you stay on track. Discipline thrives in an environment that supports focus. Create a to-do list. Writing down your tasks and goals for the day provides clarity and structure. A to-do list helps you prioritize what's most important and ensures that you stay organized. Checking off completed tasks gives you a sense of accomplishment, motivating you to keep going. Practice self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on your actions and progress. Ask yourself what went well, what could be improved, and how you can do better tomorrow. This habit fosters self-awareness and helps you make intentional adjustments to strengthen your discipline. Engage in daily exercise. Physical activity not only boosts your health, but also strengthens your mental resilience. Regular exercise teaches you to push through discomfort and stay consistent, two qualities that are essential for discipline. It also improves focus and energy, helping you stay productive throughout the day. Set clear boundaries. Discipline requires saying no to distractions and time wasters. Set clear boundaries with others to protect your time and energy. This might mean limiting social media use, declining unnecessary commitments, or creating dedicated blocks of time for focused work. Use positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful tools for reinforcing your belief in your ability to stay disciplined. Repeat positive statements like, "I am committed to my goals," or "I have the strength to stay focused." These affirmations rewire your mindset and keep you motivated. Fuel your body with nutrition. What you eat affects your energy levels and focus. Discipline extends to your eating habits, as nourishing your body with healthy foods supports your overall productivity. Prepare meals in advance to avoid impulsive choices and maintain consistent eating patterns. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware of your actions. By practicing mindfulness, you can catch yourself before falling into bad habits or distractions. This awareness strengthens your ability to make intentional choices, reinforcing your discipline. Embrace the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This rule prevents small tasks from piling up and overwhelming you. Taking quick action builds a habit of productivity and reduces procrastination, which strengthens your overall discipline. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use an app to track your progress toward your goals. Seeing how far you've come reinforces your commitment and motivates you to keep going. Progress tracking also helps you identify patterns and make necessary adjustments to stay disciplined. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, boosts your morale and keeps you motivated. Celebrating progress reinforces your belief in your ability to stay disciplined and reminds you that every step forward matters. Create a nighttime routine. A consistent nighttime routine helps you wind down and prepare for the next day. Whether it's reviewing your goals, meditating, or reading, a structured evening routine promotes restful sleep and sets the stage for a productive tomorrow. Practice delayed gratification. Learn to resist the temptation of immediate rewards in favor of long-term benefits. For example, choose to save money instead of spending it impulsively, or focus on studying instead of watching TV. This practice trains your mind to prioritize what matters most. Stay accountable. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or accountability partner. Regular check-ins help you stay committed and provide support during moments of doubt. Knowing that someone else is rooting for your success reinforces your discipline. Reaffirm your why. Discipline becomes easier when you're deeply connected to your purpose. Remind yourself daily of why your goals matter and what you're working toward. This sense of purpose fuels your motivation and strengthens your resolve to stay disciplined. Incorporating these daily practices into your life may seem challenging at first, but with consistency, they become second nature. Each practice builds upon the others, creating a solid foundation for discipline and resilience. By committing to these habits, you'll not only strengthen your discipline, but also unlock your full potential, paving the way for long-term success. Chapter 8. The Rewards of Self-Discipline. Self-discipline is often viewed as a tool for achieving goals, but it is much more than that. The rewards of self-discipline extend far beyond tangible accomplishments, touching every aspect of your life: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. By cultivating self-discipline, you unlock a wealth of benefits that transform your life and empower you to thrive. Achieving long-term goals. One of the most apparent rewards of self-discipline is the ability to achieve long-term goals. Discipline allows you to break down large objectives into manageable steps and stay consistent in pursuing them. This consistency builds momentum, turning dreams into reality. Increased productivity. With self-discipline, you gain control over how you spend your time and energy. You focus on what truly matters, cutting out distractions and procrastination. This heightened focus leads to increased productivity, enabling you to accomplish more in less time. Stronger self-confidence. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you build trust in yourself. This trust strengthens your self-confidence as you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. Confidence becomes a natural byproduct of discipline. Better decision-making skills. Self-discipline sharpens your ability to make thoughtful decisions. Instead of acting impulsively, you weigh the pros and cons and choose actions aligned with your goals and values. This skill helps you navigate challenges with clarity and purpose. Improved emotional regulation. Discipline teaches you to respond to emotions rather than react impulsively. Whether it's managing frustration, overcoming fear, or staying calm under pressure, self-discipline equips you with emotional control. This leads to healthier relationships and better conflict resolution. Enhanced physical health. Many aspects of physical health, such as regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep, require discipline. By staying consistent with these habits, you improve your overall well-being, boost your energy levels, and reduce the risk of chronic illnesses. Financial stability. Financial discipline, such as budgeting, saving, and avoiding unnecessary expenses, leads to financial security. By practicing restraint and prioritizing long-term financial goals, you build wealth and reduce stress about money. Stronger relationships. Self-discipline enhances your ability to show up consistently for the people you care about. Whether it's keeping your promises, being present in conversations, or practicing patience, discipline strengthens trust and deepens connections. Resilience in the face of challenges. Discipline teaches you to persist through difficulties and setbacks. This resilience becomes a powerful asset, enabling you to bounce back stronger and continue working toward your goals despite obstacles. Freedom through structure. Ironically, discipline creates freedom. By structuring your time and habits, you eliminate chaos and create space for what truly matters. Discipline allows you to enjoy your life more fully, because you've built a foundation of stability and control. Improved focus and attention. In a world full of distractions, self-discipline helps you maintain focus. You train your mind to prioritize what's important, leading to deeper concentration and better results in both personal and professional pursuits. A greater sense of purpose. Discipline aligns your actions with your long-term goals and values. This alignment gives your life a greater sense of purpose and direction. You wake up each day knowing you're working towards something meaningful. Personal growth and development. The journey of self-discipline pushes you to grow in ways you never thought possible. As you overcome challenges and push past limitations, you expand your capabilities and discover new strengths within yourself. Respect from others. People admire and respect those who demonstrate discipline. Your ability to stay committed to your goals inspires others and positions you as a reliable and trustworthy individual. Reduced stress and anxiety. When you practice discipline, you create order in your life, which reduces stress. You no longer feel overwhelmed by unfinished tasks or chaotic schedules, as you have systems in place to manage your responsibilities effectively. Enhanced creativity. Discipline doesn't stifle creativity, it nurtures it. By committing to regular creative practices such as writing, painting, or problem-solving, you create the conditions for inspiration to flow. Discipline ensures that creativity becomes a consistent part of your life. Better self-control. Discipline strengthens your ability to resist temptations and distractions. This self-control empowers you to make choices that serve your long-term goals rather than giving in to fleeting desires. A sense of accomplishment. There's no greater satisfaction than achieving something you've worked hard for. Discipline allows you to experience this sense of accomplishment regularly, motivating you to continue striving for even greater heights. Inner peace and contentment. When you live with discipline, you eliminate regrets about wasted time or missed opportunities. This creates a sense of inner peace, as you know you're making the most of your potential and living in alignment with your values. A legacy of success. Finally, self-discipline allows you to leave a lasting legacy. The habits, principles, and accomplishments you cultivate through discipline can inspire others and create a ripple effect of positive change in the world around you. In every aspect of life, self-discipline unlocks rewards that go far beyond achieving goals. It transforms your mindset, habits, and relationships, creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and resilience. By committing to discipline, you invest in yourself and lay the foundation for lasting success and happy. Thank you for listening to The Power of Self-Discipline, unlocking your full potential. Self-discipline isn't just a skill, it's the foundation of success, the bridge between your goals and achievements, and the secret to turning dreams into reality. By choosing discipline over distraction, you're choosing a life of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, every small action you take toward discipline brings you closer to the person you want to become. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent and committed. As we wrap up, take this thought with you. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Your future is shaped by the choices you make today. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep unlocking your potential. The best version of you is waiting. Go make it happen.